When you think of a monster, what is it you imagine? Perhaps it is a being that devours its prey in a mess of blood and gore, or perhaps an ancient god waiting to wreak havoc on the world. But in my eyes, no matter what monsters come, there will always be one that terrifies us all. The serial killer. Perhaps because they're the only ones we know are real. Of all the monsters you read about in frightening stories in the dead of night, many of them suddenly become less frightening once you realize that the stories are nothing but stories. Most of them, that is. We do have our real life monsters in the form of true stories of serial killers. The idea of someone who kills his own kind out of sheer joy is enough to unnerve even the bravest person. Of course, there have been famous serial killers that everyone knows the name of. Jack the Ripper, Dahmer, and the Manson family, just to name a few. True, many of them are gone now, either dead or locked away behind bars, never to escape, never to kill again. Well, except for one. The most dangerous serial killer in the world is free right now. And there's nothing the police, the government, or even the world can do to stop him. A man who brings even the most powerful people to their knees. Presidents, dictators, gods, and even other serial killers. He does not care. All are his victims. The strange thing is, everyone seems to know about him. The adults, children, infants even. But nobody wants to talk about him because they know he will claim all of them eventually. Everything we do only prolongs his approach. After all, there is no point in fighting it. Your life, my life, and the lives of everyone are in his hands, and there's nothing we can do about it. But that's just his nature. He marches forth, scoring everything in his path from oblivion with indifference. As I write this, he grows ever closer. Every second and every day he inches towards you, waiting for the day when he can appear and reduce you to nothingness. After all, everything must bow down to him, and he will overcome everything in the end. The deadliest enemies are the ones you cannot avoid, the ones that will always win in the end. And it certainly isn't the skeleton in the closet that people should be afraid of. It's the man that grinds the skeleton in the closet to dust. The most frightening monster in the world is the one that will destroy everything without caring. The one that everyone is aware of, but are powerless to fight. He appears, he consumes, he leaves. That's simply life. The only thing we fully know about him, aside from the fact that he will eventually claim us all, it's the name we've given him. You've all heard it, ironically. We call him Father Time.